What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Dave Knows Wrestling live stream. I'm your host, David Lee, and we're back in the groove. Been a while, we did not go on Monday, and also Monday was Christmas Eve, so wasn't there for that, but here we are, going back to our normal routine Friday show. Hope everyone's good. Just give me a second while I, for some reason, can't find anything. That's how grew I am. I'm missing something. Sorry. Okay, good. All right, so hope everyone had a good holiday. Hey, what's up, Dave? Hey, Arthur Pryor. Hey, bro. See the explosion last night? What do you mean? Well, thank you, Dionysus. Thank you very much. I hope I do satisfy you as well. What's up, Terrell Davis? Hey, what's going on, Zach Rowe? AJ2000, TJ Fritz, NYC. Got Pyro. Oh, that's what you meant. Gotcha. No, I did not see it. How was everyone's Christmas? Mine was good. I hope everyone's was too. Hi, Dave. How was that blue sky, though? Hi, Dave. Week 2 of shaking things up. WWE is still garbage. Well, to be fair, they all filmed it all in the same week. So, D-Lee, what's up? Happy Rusev Day unto you, Matty Action. Just saw your promo on Zack Snyder. Yes. How do you feel about that, Justin Lewis? I have the feeling that you may not be so happy. I just got a signed Gangrel figure. Awesome. It's great when you meet Gangrel and you find out those teeth are still there. That's commitment. Dave, you're on? I thought you were off. No, I'm on today. Yeah. Whoa, Warhog, Rambo, Vinny Montana. Thank you for the thumbs up right away, guys. Thank you. My Xmas was initially good, but now I have a bet. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, AJ Envoy. I wonder what the culprit is. What food did it to you? Christmas was good. Good to hear. That happened a block and a half away from me, and I missed it. Oh, man, rough. Do a video about Impact, Rise and Fall, and Rise. And possible fall, Terrell. We got time to go on it. Did you go to the MSG show this weekend? No, I did not. Hello, Jesus, Patreon supporter. Jesus Ferro. Hey, what's going on, Harry Flynn? Zach Rowe, my Christmas good, and I'm still stuffing my face. Yeah, I still got plenty of leftovers, too. Although I actually bought food today. I haven't done that since Christmas. Have you ever watched Progress Wrestling? I have. My nan in the hospital went in, so I'm very sorry to hear that, TJ Fritz. I got a Baron Corbin figure. Oh, did ya? I'm up to my neck and I'm sorry to hear that, Warhawk Rambo. Hey, Thrash Panda. Hey, Dave. Friend offered. On Christmas we had a power outage, so no snow. Oh no. Where's Miss Jenna? She helps me dealing with you and your massive. Yeah. She's gone because of your hatertude. Hey, Dave, are you going to WrestleCon on Mania weekend? We have a table there. Ooh, I think I might have to. I know that I'm going to NXT, and I'm also going to G1 Supercard, so yeah, packed weekend for me, but yeah, you guys, WrestleCon, I think I might have to, especially if you guys are there. I got free toilet paper on Xmas, John C. What are you going to talk about today? Well, definitely going to talk about Wrestle Kingdom for sure. Do some predictions for that, but also checking in for year in review and whatever you guys want to talk about. Is Vince bringing back the Attitude Era because of AJ Styles? No, I don't think so. I mean, anything's possible, but I really don't think so. Happy New Year's Day, Dave, and the Know It All Nation. Yes, Happy New Year's Day to you guys, and Happy New Year. Arthur Pryor, good point. Jenna's she has been missing for a while, hasn't she? Yeah, I can do Baron Corbin impression. Oh yeah, go for it. Hey Dave, you should do a Monday Night Wrong on racist in pro wrestling. It would be funny. I did do one of the very early episodes of this channel was an episode on racism. We have something not quite about race, but it is Monday's Monday Night Wrong. I'm currently working on it now as we speak. It's in the area. It's not exactly that, but it's in the area. And to stop interfering with movie projects. With his movie projects. Yeah, Justin Lewis, I mean, I don't think he's getting any more movie projects, at least not for the DCEU. I mean, directly as a director. So, I sense that you are a Zack Snyder supporter, huh? Jenna is a part-timer. Oh, burn. Have you read Jim Smallman's wrestling book? I'm sorry, I love you. A history of professional wrestling. No, but that is pretty cool. I mean, because like as far as I understand, he's had non-studio interference before, and I didn't love the products he had either. I mean, I do own the super extended, mega long extended cut of Watchmen. I do own that. Zack Snyder's not my type of guy. I mean, for directing, that's my thing. Ultimately, yeah. Sorry guys if I'm missing some things. Great to Hammer racist promo works out the best. Yeah, there's plenty of legend. There's plenty of very odd. I almost feel like Great Hammer Valentine's racist promo was like I felt like he felt he was awkward doing it. But yeah, Zack Snyder's not my cup of tea. And ultimately, I've learned that the way this works is it's kicking a man when they're down because the non-Snyder fans, we won. DCEU is moving on, steering away from the Snyder direction. If you love Snyder, okay, that's one thing, but clearly they're not employing him to direct anymore. They're also moving away from his direction. James Wan even said that Aquaman may not necessarily be in the DCEU. Like, people are distancing themselves from the project. Ben Affleck reportedly wants out. Henry Cavill reportedly is out too. And fine, I understand there are a lot of people who say that's all a bunch of nonsense and lies, but either way, you gotta acknowledge the fact that it's not getting over. And when it's not getting over, I understand if you like Zack Snyder's type of movies and that's your thing, but you're unfortunately for you, you're not in the massive, vote. You're not in the bigger part of it, and we're kind of moving away from it. DC is kind of moving away from it. So, yeah. So if you really like that stuff, I'm sorry because it doesn't bode well for you. But for it's seemingly the majority of people, we're doing better off. Party in Vegas with that girl that wears the glasses in Monday Night Raw. Oh, Danielle. Oh, you like Danielle, huh? Busy actress she is. Let's not talk about race and wrestling at the end of the year. Yeah. How to talk like Baron Corbin. 1. Just talk out your arse. That's a good point. Happy birthday, Stanley. Oh. Thinking. What do you think about this new era in WWE? I'm waiting for them to... First of all, I don't think it's going to break WWE. It's like... Hey, Jenna's here! Welcome back, Jenna. DCEU is a joke. Yeah, I think so too, C122. Look how happy everybody is. Corbin got screwed. Out of what, having a personality? Dave, if Alexa Bliss showed up to your office, what would you do? I'd lose my mind with joy, and then I would probably try to talk to her, but all would come out of my mouth would be... It's been since you were here, Jenna. I don't think it's been that long, but because Jenna is so loved here, everybody feels like it's been forever. We were just wondering where you've been. Yeah, they were just talking about you, Jenna. Yes, she's here. See how happy everyone is? See? Age. Oh, yeah, Harry Flynn's got to gloat now, for sure. Harry Flynn's got to get this one in. Hold on. Russell Kingdom. While everyone's getting acclimated to Jenna, Miss Jenna being here. All right. Okay. Ooh. Wesley Landon Woosley, another Patreon supporter, and gives me a super chat to boot. Thank you so much. $2 super chat. Thank you. Thank you. So much. Such a big part of making this channel happen. Thank you, Wesley. The Woos. I do love that nickname, and I am going to keep doing the Moose thing. But that is great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jesus. Wesley for the super chat. Thank you. Super chat, my man. Spider Pig does whatever Spider Pig does. Yes. Super chat. I miss you all so much. Christmas. Yeah. Oos. It's a fun nickname too. Yeah, Jenna. Yeah, that's a thing you missed. Okay, what else was I say? Oh yeah, okay, I did have Batman Man Who Laughs in the Injustice Game 3. I want a whole Batman versus Batman. Yeah, the Batman Metal series was great. I mean, absolutely great. I've been saying this for a while. The DC comic books right now, I think have been killing the comic books itself. Movies, no, Marvel is slaughtering DC. Comic books, right now, DC's killing it. It's been hard to get into Marvel comics lately, I find. Sorry, Miss. Hey, Andre Corbiel. Hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I'm wishing you have a New Year. Same to you, Andre. Hey, Dave. I got Call of Duty Black Ops for Christmas. Hey, New Era 2000 Monday Night Raw will never change our opinions about the new. I mean, my thing is, Double A, what a super chat. Double A, welcome in here. 2019 will be my year. I hope so too. Double A, thank you so much for all the amazing graphic designs you have done for this channel. And if you guys want graphic designs too, go check out Double A, as well as checking out his YouTube channel where you can see all the stuff that he does. All right, thank you, Double A, and of course, thank you to the Woos too. Current Marvel is full of SJW. I hear you. It takes me a while to understand. Like, there's a lot of shorthand acronyms, and I'm like, what? The comics at least are. Whoa. Yeah, I hear you. It's Marvel hasn't told compelling stories in a while for me, which is a shame because I mean the movies are great, but then how come the comic books aren't? It's like, but here's my issue. It's like they had, no pun intended, but they have like Civil War II or New Secret Wars. Like, stop trying. First of all, the make a crossover once a year thing, enough, because they don't. There's no special. It's not special when you do it every year, and I don't need rehashes of everything. I don't need a Civil War II. I don't need a whatchamacallit too. And plus, here, New Secret Wars, I don't need them to keep rehashing the same old thing and just trying to do it again and again. Do something new. And on top of that, all their major super arcs, nothing really happens. It's like they make a big deal out about it, and then the fallout's kind of there, but sooner or later it just resets to normal. I don't mind if things stay the course, but don't try to give me something that's going to supposedly change the world when it really doesn't. Yes, I have lots to look forward to in 2019. Good. As a human being, as a douchebag. Andre, he is a douchebag, isn't he? I don't even like him in the ring, but that's me. As we have lots to look forward to. I just realized something. I feel like I used to hear the volume for Super Chats going off, but I don't hear them anymore. War of Jokes and Riddles are awesome. Sorry, I've been missing some stuff. Hollywood in general has become SJWville. Men are always incompetent, and women's is in Hollywood, hashtag. Well, it's interesting, like I said, Monday Night Wrong might be this Monday, coming Monday, might be, it always amazes me how you guys are almost on point. Like, you kind of know what episodes are coming down the pipeline. Someone called me a part-time. Jenna read that. They were joking, Jenna. They were joking. At least I think they were. Matter of fact, I am starting a podcast. Obviously, I'm going to beg Dave to join me on 1 or 20. Okay. But I would love to do any. I'd love to do any that you would be interested in joining me. That sounds good. And hey, Dionysus, bro, John Cena actually managed to give a good performance in Bumblebee. Didn't see it. I'm not a big Transformers guy. I saw the first Transformers movie in theaters, and then I walked out. So I haven't seen one since. Hey, Dave, have you ever heard of a Batman comic offshoot just called Batman Dark Knight? I have. There was the in-between Batman and Dark Knight. It was just very successful and gritty, entertaining. Cool. Whoa! Thrash Panda with the super chat. Thank you. We have a super hat trick. Thank you so much for that. Thrash Panda, amazing. Closing out this year is very strong. Thank you for, once again, and thank you to everybody for all your support making this channel happen, because, this is a little YouTube channel that could, and guys like you, all the support you give makes this keep going and makes this happen. So thank you. Thank you, Thrash Panda. Thank you for the super chat. You are amazing. The part-timer thing made me laugh super hard. Yeah, it made me laugh too. See, everybody misses Jenna. You see Batman Year One? I saw it and I read it, so I don't know which one you were referring to, but yeah. Dave, we need to do a show together at some point. Yeah, no, I'm totally down. And Jenna, for a podcast thing, I've got, no issue for that. And I'm going to say, Andre in the room right now is what I'm going to throw out there. So if you're looking for, podcast, hey, Andre's here too. Super Chat Party. Dave, thoughts on Gotham TV show? I really like Season 1 a lot. Season 2 was okay. After that, I kind of fell off of it. Michael Bay versus Zack Snyder versus Joseph Schumacher. Who is worse? Zack Snyder. Worse. it's Michael Bay doesn't have much in terms of story, but if you don't have a lot of story, it's hard to get wrong. But yeah, Zack Snyder, I don't know why people like Zack Snyder. I really don't. I mean, I know there are a lot of people who do, but I also don't know why the people who defend him so aggressively. That bothers me. I think that's weird. I mean, Justin Lewis, it's not doing that. That's awesome. So I'm not saying all Zack Snyder fans are very aggressive, but I'm talking about the ones that are very vocal and angry about it. It's like, I get that you like him. Why you feel the need to argue and fight, that's weird. Like, are you related to him? Yeah, so the people who defend, I don't understand anybody who defends anything, really hard, who gets, really upset about things on social media and gets really mad. Now, I'm not a Michael Bay fan, I'm really not. There's a couple movies, I like Bad Boys and I like The Rock. I think I'm done. Oh, Con Air, and I know he didn't direct that, but the Michael Bay stuff, it has a place. Zack Snyder, I just don't get. The Amazing Dave is Zack Snyder's Dave is. Yeah, TJ Fritz, that's what I'm saying. That's how they're like. They defend in the worst possible ways. They don't even make sense most of the time when they defend them. Bro, let's talk about my boy Elias being misused. Yeah, are we surprised? Elias made the cardinal mistake that Zack Ryder made and a lot of other guys made. They got themselves over. They were not supposed to succeed, and they did, and now they're going to get penalized for it. Dave, thoughts on Impact possibly ending the year? Well, the way it looks is Impact. See, here's the thing. A lot of people are saying, did you think the WWE... people ask me all the time, you think WWE is going to be around in 10 years or even 5 years or even 2 years? People are predicting that the company's going to go bankrupt. It's like, why would they? You may not like the product, but they are making tons of money. As a company, as a business, they're not going anywhere. I don't like the 3 hours of Raw. I don't. But it's financially successful. And here's the thing about WWE. When they are hitting the ropes with something that's not going quite their way or not making as much money as they want, they correct it or they find a way to get around it. And even if they do fail, they find a way to rebound from it. Sure, that doesn't last forever, and there's a good chance that sooner or later the bubble will burst. But, here's the other thing. I think when it comes to people like, a lot of people want Triple H in charge, or looking forward to Triple H being in charge and Vince McMahon not being in charge. I'm not. My thing is Vince McMahon has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is an amazing businessman. And when companies pass down from one generation to the next, sometimes that's good, like in Vince McMahon's case, but then there are other companies that actually have fallen from that because the change in leadership throws things off. CMLL has been a great company, but they had their struggles during change of leadership, which is something I think happens. Hey, Dave, thanks for your work. Well, thank you for appreciating that, by the way. 3 hours of Raw is boring. Yeah, I agree, and I don't like it, but it makes the money. It does well. Impact, a lot of people are liking what Impact's doing. I like what Impact is doing. They're doing some great stuff right now, and they have been for a while. Financially, they're not doing well, and it's not going to change. That's a problem. X-Pac on his promo, well, might have to do it. Luna Corva, what's up? Harry, you're welcome to join an episode of my podcast. I'm going to do anti-Nikki Bella. Nice. Impact can only cheat death so many times. I hope they can stay and hang in there. Hey, well, if you look at it this way, the NWA itself has cheated, has stayed afloat so often, so you never know. Elias broke the stereotype. He was misused in NXT, but treated better on the main roster. I think that's a fair thing. I think, however, the best example of that we're ever going to get is Alexa Bliss. Because Alexa Bliss, first woman to ever hold both the Raw and the SmackDown women's championships, but didn't win anything on Raw in NXT. Now, I understand a lot of people criticize Alexa Bliss's ring work, and I get it. And I made it very clear I am a big Alexa Bliss fan because of how beautiful she is. The fact that she could, but I don't think she's as bad as everyone says, in terms of wrestling. It's, she's grown, she's gotten better. I think she has grown. But she never won the NXT title. That's fine. I'm not even saying that she was due for it. But look at her now. So I think she's the best example of someone from NXT who, because I still think they could have used her as more than just a manager for Blake and Murphy, which is the bulk of, probably her biggest claim to success is after she turned bad. But I liked her little Frozen gimmick, the Sparkle Princess thing. I thought it was cute. Thrash Panda Wesley Moon designed me for a game, but I would love to be included in your game. Yes, they did. Now, didn't they? The Woos has shown me his great work in the wrestling video game, and I like the gear. I like the setup. NJPW. New Japan has sucked. Terrell Davis says New Japan has sucked for a while, but now everyone loves it. Yeah, I gotta admit, it's not the same. Dave, thoughts on not putting over talent? I think they should put WWF, the company, for years, was always about putting over new guys, new talent, keep the barrel rolling. New guys would come out and they would be winning and doing victoriously, and then all of a sudden the old guard would fall off and start losing. And it was just fresh. WWF didn't keep too many guys at the top for very long. Yeah, there was your Hogans. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but they kept things moving in a pretty decent pace. There wasn't a lot of things. And you look at outside of Hogan's, like Austin was one of the big guys, and he only main evented 3 Manias. But if you look at WrestleMania outside of Hogan, it used to be a nice, refreshing pace where they kept going. They don't do that anymore, and they haven't done it for a while. Really, since, in my opinion, once Triple H took over, because it was the Triple H show nonstop, and then became the Edge show nonstop, and now they kind of just fallen off. So I would like it if they returned to their own strategy. My thing was WCW did the opposite, where they held on to people forever, but WWF was willing to keep moving things along. Kind of sucks because sometimes you want to see a guy maintain the spotlight for like a longer than a second, but for the most part, I think they had the better strategy overall. Something I really want fans to understand is ring work does not equal sales. Absolutely. Sales equals sales. People may have, on Roman Reigns for years, his merch was still among the top moving. There are a lot of us that are not the target demographic. Yes, and I completely agree with that, Fresco Flame. I said, and Albert would back me up on this too, is the idea that money equals money. So here's my thing. I think WWE is going to be in business. Going back to this, I know I'm jumping all over the place today. WWE, I believe, is going to be in business for a very, very long time. I think that because I think they have the best business acumen. When Triple H moves in, I don't know. NXT reportedly lost over 30 million. Now, 30 million last year, if I remember correctly. Now, that does change, though. I mean, we have certain factors to keep in mind. There are certain things that, maybe Triple H will do differently if he gets the main roster, if he inherits the main roster. Maybe Shane will, maybe, I don't know. But just saying, that's a factor in it, because if you don't have money, if you don't make money, you have a problem. And Impact is facing a problem, even though they have what some people would say is the better product. My thing is WWE. I don't like the direction it's going. I think it can be better and make money, but that's my main focus. But yeah, so when we talk about T-shirt sales and merchandise sales, that's one factor of the business. And some people will argue that that's not right. But hey, what are you going to do? The Attitude Era people who were the age we are now during the Attitude Era were turned off by the change in product. Absolutely. There are a lot of people, and what amazes me is I thought this was common knowledge among wrestling fans, but I get a lot of people on this channel who surprisingly defend a lot of guys. Like, I made it very clear my favorite wrestler of all time is Stone Cold Steve Austin. I have my numerous reasons for it. There are certain eras of Austin I liked more than others, and I like him for a multitude of reasons. But I understand during his heyday, it's fair to say that was not his best in-ring work. And The Rock, another guy that was very entertaining, not known for great technical skills. But now, a lot of times, if you say it on the internet that The Rock wasn't a great wrestler, or that or some saying that Austin was a great wrestler, you get a lot of people yelling at you and saying that's wrong. And once again, Stone Cold's my favorite wrestler of all time. Okay, I got to make that clear. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying but I can be honest about him that during his height, I understand it was because of the neck break. I understand there was a lot of factors going to it. I also understand it was a demand to keep him healthy. A lot of things that people don't get is that it was a desire to keep him healthy. You have this super mega star. Yeah, fine, he's banged up, but even if he wasn't banged up, they might also tell him to limit his movesets because they don't want him doing anything extraneous that could lead to injury because you don't want to lose your biggest star. I mean, they did for a year, and they still managed to do okay, but I'm just pointing at, luckily they had The Rock. But my point of the matter is, that's a big part of it. Don't take unnecessary risks. You made it to the top of the mountain. Here you go. Your reward is you get to chill out. Nice, Woos. But, I think Austin and The Rock were great wrestlers. I'm sorry, I read that backwards. I don't know why. The 1999 Backlash match was a personal favorite of mine. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. If you say The Rock isn't a great wrestler, there are people who jump down your throat for it. No long show. Okay, I understand that, Vinny Montana. You're entitled to your opinion. Imagine Roman Reigns in the Hogan era. Well, look, I love the Hogan era, but let's just be honest here. The 80s weren't necessarily the best time period for people of color. So being Samoan, I don't know that Roman Reigns probably would get a very stereotypical Samoan wrestling gimmick. Nothing good would come out of that. So for him, I don't think it would do great. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they would have treated him differently. But I think in the 80s, plus Hogan was running wild. Hulkamania was running wild. There was really no room for anyone at the top else anyway, which is another complaint people have. Will a heel turn fix Bobby Roode at this point? It could. Arthur, of course, I'm speaking to you. I said hello to you. Oh, well, Arthur demands that you, Jenna, are the only one to protect him and team up against me. Captain Hater, as Arthur designates. Even though Arthur hates everything, but he just naturally assumes I do. Even though I've mentioned multiple times all the things I like. But yes. So, yeah, you have to come to his aid because Arthur can't fight his own battle. So, Jenna, he claims... I think Arthur lives in his own version of reality. I don't think he lives... And, I think he rejects that reality and substitutes his own. Okay, I understand your point too, Dave. Just saying that if your matches are exciting, then you can still have good ring work, even if your sharpshooter was terrible. I think you missed the message, but I think a future video could easily be Hogan's Japanese gems. Oh, absolutely. He had... TY against match of the year against. Oh, are you Frisco? Was that to me? Was I talking about Hogan? I don't think I was talking about Hogan, but yeah, clarify, Frisco. What are we talking about? The Rock was a great athlete. Yeah, he absolutely is. See, this is what I mean. I did not say anything about it, and I tried to specify I like The Rock and I like Stone Cold. I cannot specify I like Hogan. I'll admit that too. But yet people but a lot of people are. As soon as you even mention it nowadays, people kind of say, whoa. Hogan not so much, but The Rock and Austin for sure. But in the 90s. But in the 90s, it was very common for a lot of wrestling fans to not like Stone Cold or not like The Rock. Yeah, I understand they were popular, and clearly the sales swayed the majority of people did. But there were a lot of wrestling fans I knew, longtime wrestling fans, who didn't like what Austin and The Rock bring. This is bringing back to what started this conversation. Wow, Arthur. Wow. But yeah, that's what started this. I was saying earlier, I loved your Kings Road video. Oh, thank you. I was a big fan. Though I was suggesting a Hogan in Japan video. Oh, okay, thank you. So, sorry, I've been kind of missing. I got lost on my tirade. AJ 2000, Basher and Booger. But yes, thank you for enjoying the Kings Road video. I did have one video where I mentioned it as one match that I wanted people to check out for themselves, and that was his. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a good one too. But I liked his match with Antonio Inoki. I like, Hogan. And, I do talk about that too. I do talk about the whole Japanese thing. Hogan in Japan. That's an interesting because now, I am thinking about it. Sorry, the gears are turning. So if I'm speaking fragmented sentences and it looks like I have no idea what's going on, it's because I'm actually thinking about a bunch of things. Degenerate. Oh yeah, but okay, degenerate. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You don't understand. It doesn't matter. In 80s WWF vision, Roman Reigns is simply a Samoan, therefore he must get a grass skirt and like a bone through his nose. That's what I think they would have treated him like. I'm not saying I would have, and I'm not saying they should. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm not even necessarily saying I'm right. I'm just saying I am under the belief that in the 80s, that's how they would have treated him. He would have been the same. Like, I mean, let's just look at Yokozuna. He's not even Japanese, but hey, why not? Because, and that was the 90s. That wasn't even the 80s. So I'm just looking at it from that point of view that when you are a person of color in the WWF in the 80s, I just think, I'm like, oh, this guy's got not so easy. Not so easy time. Did you know the Bushwhackers? Terry Flynn, that I am talking about. That I bring that up on Wednesday's episode. I'm not going to say any more, but Wednesday's episode, I bring that up. So yes, I did know that, Harry, and I'm bringing it up. Dude, Rikishi was once assaulted. Exactly. So it's like, when you ask me, what do I think about Roman Reigns in the during Hulkamania here, that's what I think they'll do. I don't think it's a good idea. It's just what I think. It's just how I think they'll handle it, because it's just what they do. Jesus Pharaoh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much. Super chat, thank you. You are a man, Jesus. Thank you so much for the super chat. On top of that, another Patreon supporter, Jesus Pharaoh. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for your support, as well as, of course, your support over on Patreon. Thank you so much. I did the moose thing, but Jesus, now I'm just getting used to it. But yeah, Frisco again. Yes, and that's not even the 80s. So, yeah. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. So that's just all I'm saying. I like this chat, though. We get a lot of crazy topics today. Bouncing all over the place. Super chat from Jesus, the man. Hell's L98 was a bad match. I don't think so. I don't think it was a bad match at all. It has been called the most famous match of all time, and I put that. My episode on that, I already have my thoughts on it. Opinion on Mustafa Ali push. I'm surprised by it, but I like it. Why not? Although the ship might have sailed on him, but I kind of wish it was TJP. I like TJP. I understand he cannot really cut a live promo on a mic too well, but I think he is charismatic in the way he moves in the ring. I think he has a chance. Oh, sorry, I couldn't give him. No, dude. Hey, I'm glad for anything, Jesus. You're a man. Hey, look. Thank you. You don't have to, you are appreciated no matter what. So I mean, I can't thank you enough. You don't have to give any more. You are the man. You are the man, Jesus. Thank you. No need to apologize. Thank you. I'm grateful for anything, even if it's just you coming here and subscribing and watching. I enjoy my fellow Pino. I wrestled him like 3 times. Whoa. Even the Attitude Era had some awful gimmicks. Could just throw beaver cleavage. Yes, Dave. Who's a bigger hater, you or Arthur? Arthur for sure. Arthur complains about everything. TJP wasn't a good promo. No, and he wasn't worth pushing. Look. I'll be the first one to admit that TJP is not a good promo. I get that. But I don't think he's a good live promo. I think the backstage interview vignettes that they cut about him explaining like he's homeless, and I know that's an issue for some people. Some people didn't like that because a lot of wrestlers in the business when they're starting out have been homeless. So, but whatever. I thought he cut an interesting promo, interview, backstage, sit-down taped interview. I just don't think he's good cutting live promos. But I think he can move and I know some people think the dabbing stuff is obnoxious, but I thought it played to the crowd. He deserved that. If it wasn't going to go to Zack Sabre Jr. or Ibushi, if TJP was the guy to give it to. I don't argue any of that. Can anyone see my chats? Yeah, everyone can see your chats. Yeah. Why isn't Becky Lynch the answer, TJ Fritz? I'm curious. What is your thing? Yeah, I know you said you wanted to argue about this today, so yeah, what's up? What's up? Jenna says, I see you, TJ. So yeah, what's up, TJ? What's going on? Grand Metalik should have won? I don't think so. Don't get me wrong. When it comes to a super chat, another one from the Thrash Panda, because why not? Wow, thank you, Thrash Panda. Your generosity keeps on going. Thrash Panda, you're definitely one of the long-time guys here, one of the long-time members of Know It All Nation, so thank you. Generous on top of generous, man, you're great. You are great. Thank you. Dave, who's the hottest girl from the Ruthless Aggression era? Good question. Tori Wilson? Does that count? You guys start throwing out answers. Tori Wilson, part of me thinks Maria, part of me thinks... I feel like I'm missing an obvious one. Candice Michelle. Candice Michelle's a good answer. Who will be the stars of the Elite? Double A with another one! Rumble in the Bronx is a great movie. It is a great movie. Double A? Yes, it is. I love that movie, too. Double A with another super chat. Thank you. And again, check out Double A for his graphic design work. You need graphic design work, go to Double A. And also check out his YouTube channel where he will show you how he does the things that he does. Dawn Marie, super chat. Mickey James. Maurice Trish. You're right, she didn't. What? Say so, Trish or Tori? Like, I'm a Tori fan, but I consider her more like the boom period. You know, that's the thing. I know she was there during the Ruthless Aggression era, but I just don't know if she counts. Manny Action, what's your take? Stacey Keebler. Yeah, same thing with Keebler. Like, I understand they were there the whole time. It's just I don't think of them as Ruthless Aggression era. I don't know why. Check from Ruthless Aggression. Show him Benjamin's mama. All right, well, that's a good point. I got a thing. Someone else finally says. Thank you. Someone else finally says it. Okay. Says what? Says what, TJ? Ashley. This one. Kelly. Eve Torres. Thoughts on Hogan calling the WWF title a toy? I hear you. Christy Hemme. Dawn Marie. Another vote for Dawn Marie. Yo, what up, Rio Willis Jones? Ashley, last name I can't say for some. Oh, jeez, TJ Fritz. Molina. Is it true that TJP is MRA? What's MRA? I don't know what MRA means. She is from that area, guys. Hey, what did Becky do for the first? No, I understand she wasn't there, but she still made an explosion like there's none else. I get it, I get it. I hear you. It's like, I mean, I'll put it this way. There were things that happened other than the screw job in 1997, but it's almost impossible to deny that 1997, the screw job was like the biggest thing in the world, as far as we're concerned. I get it. I get your point. Like, I really do. But to me, it's Becky. I mean, okay, fine. Superstar of the year. Are we talking just let's do just WWE, and then we'll also just talk about wrestling in general. So, whose year was this? Give me an answer for WWE only, and then give me an answer for the greater. And if it's the same answer, if it's the same answer for both, then just go ahead and say, you could say this is my answer for both. But yeah, who would you guys say is the superstar of the year? I get it that it's strike while the iron's hot, and Becky is hot right now, so we're talking about her, but I do think it's Becky. Hey, Dave, quick question. What do you call a belt made of watches? I don't know. And Brian for the greater Kenny. Double A with another super chat. I say Bruce Lee, but I'm not 100% sure on that, just because it's hard to compare him to anybody else. But yeah, I'd say Bruce Lee, Double A. And thank you for yet another super chat. Thank you. I'd say it's Okada or Kenny's year. It's weird. For me, I feel like last year was Kenny Omega's year. This year, since winning the title, I don't know. Like, he had a great chase. Back to the, my video on the chase, when people were talking about the chases, it was really strong. And, I don't know. Since winning it, I don't know. He's kind of taken a back seat, it seems, a lot in Kansas. Okay. Velveteen Dream, not a bad answer. I actually like that. You're swaying me over that answer. 2018 equals toilet for WWE. Calling it trash is doing more justice than WWE. Wow. As much as it pains me, Seth Rollins in WWE. I believe Seth Rollins has been the primary force keeping me watching Raw for a period of time. However, not through any fault of his own, but that Iron Man match where the crowd would not stop counting down. Also, on top of that, his match with Dean. He's had his bumps in the road. Tommaso Ciampa's a good one. Ooh, that's a good one too. I mean, I'm also putting it on scale. So unfortunately, NXT, as much as I love NXT and I prefer NXT to the main roster, I'm trying to think of the scale it had. Because I feel like Becky is making waves and doing things in a different one. Dino Machino. Wow, do you really feel... wow, how do you really feel there, AJ? What did I miss? Gargano Superstar of the Year? Johnny Gargano? Yeah. I'll definitely give it to Tommaso Ciampa over Gargano. Love Gargano too, but yeah, I'm giving it to him. What's the match of the decade? Oh, I have no idea. Decade's not over yet, but yeah, no, I have no idea. Worst world champion. Great Khali. Seems like a plausible enough answer. Main roster, Seth Rollins, Ronda Rousey, Charlotte. Whoa, you can't say all these people are better than Lynch. Okay, Ronda Rousey, definitely not, because I don't think she made a lot of waves. Seth Rollins, again, Seth Rollins has had a few strikes where... And I get you that Becky hasn't, 8 months, had a lot of strikes too. But my biggest thing is that Becky has been brought to the dance, and once she got to the dance, she has been owning it. Charlotte, I can't give it to. Charlotte has not made the impact, no pun intended, the waves that Becky has. Becky has lit a fire. She started a fire, and that is why I kind of want to give it to Becky. Where now all that glitters is gold for Becky. Actually, what's your favorite match in general? I don't have one. I've been asked this question a lot. I even thought about making a video about my top 10 favorite matches, but I don't really do top 10 favorite videos. I have some at request, like Matty Action has requested. But my thing about it is, it's really hard for me to narrow down my top 10 favorite anything, because I want to shove 100 answers into the top 10. And it depends on my mood. So, but superstars, wrestlers, whatever, I can do that. Makes twisting my arm. Mic workers, same thing. I was just twisting my arm, and I even said in both those videos that depending on which day you catch me on, I might change my answer. So, but when it comes to matches, that I've never been able to do. I especially have a hard time when you take two wrestlers who I love their match, but then they've had other matches like Brett and Austin. I love their WrestleMania 13 match. I think it's great. It is a 5-star match. I also really love their Survivor Series match in 1996, which a lot of people don't talk about. And I think sometimes I like that match better than a WrestleMania 13 match. And, but here's the thing. Which do I like better? I don't know. It depends on what mood you catch me on. But also, since I like both those matches about the same, does that mean they both get a spot on my top 10? Because if that's true, there's a good chance my top 10 is always just going to be it's going to be Brent Austin, Brent Perfect. It's going to be the same people. It's the same people over and over again. It's going to be Brent Austin, Brent Perfect, Brent Austin, Brent Perfect, Eddie and Dean, Eddie and Benoit. It's just going to be very repetitive. Kurt Angle, Benoit, Kurt Angle. It's just going to be the same combinations of the same people or same matches over and over again. Dave, what are Nikki Bella's chances to win the Rumble? Dude, I don't think any, man. I don't think any. I hope for your sake, but I don't think so. I think it's got to be Becky. If anyone else retired Ric Flair, realistically, who would it have been? Nobody. I wouldn't have him retire. I mean, last match, sure, but I don't believe this is philosophy of you go on your back. I have a whole video about 10 wrestlers who did not go out on their backs. It's the year of the retirement. We're kind of losing a voice here. Better champion, David Arquette. Better champion. Vince Russo all day, AJ 2000. So our Renaissance for Ziggler, Alliance Ziggler, Dave, favorite Stone Cold match? It's one of the two with Brett, for sure. That's that I can narrow down. It's either 1996 or the WrestleMania match with Brett. It's one of those two matches. My favorite Austin match ever. Ricky Steamboat, also a very good candidate. Austin Steamboat, also a very, very good candidate. It's underappreciated classic of a match because of how memorable the third. Yeah, and that's my thing. So, what, do I have to count both of those matches? Because that list gets really jam-packed with the same people. The me in me is saying, yeah, Benoit. WWE is saying, who's Benoit? There's going to be a time period where really young fans really won't know who Benoit is. That will happen. Some of my friends' kids, I'm pretty sure have no idea who Chris Benoit is. I'm like, why would they? Dave, have I learned What have I learned on this channel? Dave hates HBK. Oh, yeah. Savage, better is heel or face? That's such a tough question. I have a video about that, but you guys weren't on that video, so at least most of you weren't. But guys, yeah, what do you like? Did you like Macho Man better as a good guy or as a bad guy? Because that's such a tough call. It really is for me. He's so good at both. It's like almost not fair. Rick O'Connor, what's up? Favorite match in 2018? I really don't have one. Yeah, I really don't have one. I want to name. I'm sure if you, because I thought about bringing that up this year too. Like last year, 2017, I knew for sure was my favorite match. This year, not so. It's not so easy. I may say Velveteen Dream and Tommaso Ciampa. I may say that. I'm not 100% sure. Hey, Clarence Price. Savage as a tweener? That's a cop-out answer. We need to get better as a... No, you can't say tweener. Good guy or bad guy. No. You got to pick. Macho Man is a great heel, but I love him as a face. That's the thing. That is the end. Like, it's, but you got to pick one. If you got to pick one, you got to pick one. If you have to pick one. You are the booker, and he comes to you and he asks you, so, do you want me as a face? Yeah, or everyone knows that baby face, but, you know, I shouldn't have done that while my voice is bothering me. That was kind of stupid of me. You know, if Macho Man comes to you and asks you, what do you want to book him as? What's your answer? Says face, I can't boo him or hate the guy too charismatic. Well, that's true. Macho Man was a very surprisingly high-grossing heel champion, as what me and Frisco were talking about, or all of Frisco was talking about earlier. Dave, what is your favorite Nikki Bella match? Probably something with AJ Lee. What are you going to do over Wrestle? Oh yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to. I have the card pulled up. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Savage is a heel. It's just he's so good at being a heel, but he's so good at being a babyface. It's like Roddy Piper. You have to say heel, but I also think Roddy Piper is an understated babyface. I know a lot of people like Piper, and I do too. And he's like one of the best heels ever. Easily, Roddy Piper. And it's just, his heel work is so unprecedentedly good. However, I do think that Roddy Piper was a tremendous babyface too. So it's like, it's a little easier to pick with Piper, but Macho Man is right up there, you know, I don't... Because I'll tell you the truth, I'm about to answer. I'm about to say what I prefer Macho is, and then I think about it, and then I'm about to say it, and I pull the trigger, and I pull back, and I'm like, I can't say it. Heel is Macho King with Sherry. She made him better. So, Dave, did the guys at Capital Wrestling get you that code you hinted at? No. By the way, December 29th, that's tomorrow, Capital Wrestling, 301 Garden Street, Hoboken, New Jersey. I'll be there, Capital Wrestling. It's their big World War IV of the year. So check that out. It's going to be my one year with Capital Wrestling. So check them out. Thrash Panda, even more generosity. I'm too lazy to make a Patreon account. So thank you. This is a know-it-all tier donation. Thank you so much. Thrash Panda, that's so kind of you. Thrash Panda. Yes. Contact me on Twitter if you can. Macho Man with Elizabeth was so much better. She was, but that's the thing. I can't answer this. Hoboken, which is... Well, I don't think I've ever been to Trenton. In fact, I don't know why I said it like that. I know I haven't been to Trenton. Ain't no part like a super chat party. Yeah, so thank you, Thrash Panda. You're amazing. Yeah, Thrash Panda if you can. Yeah, just let me know something. Edge better as your face. I personally prefer him as a face, even though I know he's really just synonymous with being a heel. I prefer Edge better as a face. I thought the whole Edge and Christian, when they were being funny, I like that better. I get it. Like, Edge being a heel is synonymous, especially after the Matt Hardy thing. Like, how do you not, and the Lita thing, how do you not turn him heel? It's just, I thought the whole Edge and Christian thing was hysterical, so I like them better as baby faces. RVD is a heel. He's not supposed to be a face. I mean, wait, I meant that backwards. Rob Van Dam is supposed to be a face, not a heel. He should never be a heel, ever. Rob Van Dam should always be a face. Sorry, I said that backwards. I like Pete Dunne a lot. The Rock healer face, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. A lot of these I covered in that video. It's one of the more popular videos on this channel. RVD is a face for me. I think that's easy. I love the ENC show when they had Matt Hardy on and reference. Cuffed, awkward. It's just yeah, like I said, I understand. No, I understand he was already a heel, but I'm just saying like that's synonymous. That you can't think of Edge without thinking of that. So at least I can't. I just found your channel good stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, reading David Watts' comment. But yeah, okay, equals simple. Don't hire him. Yeah, that is my agreement too. So my thing is, Edge is definitely a heel, and I understand why he's going to be. Most people will view him as a heel, but I just prefer him as face. Baron Corbin, heel or face? He's a heel because they turned him heel because he's not capable of being a face. AJ is a heel or face. AJ Styles, definitely a face. Nikki Bella heel. But I don't know. I'm a little biased because when a female can pull off the heel thing right, I am kind of a sucker for it. That is like one of the things that I applaud all the time. Like, I thought Trish was better as a heel because I thought she was really good at being a bad guy. Alexa Bliss, as much as I miss the Sparkle Frozen gimmick, she is really good at being a heel. So when a female can pull off the heel thing well, sensational Sherry. Let's go old school with it. It's just I don't know. I kind of mark out. I was like, that's awesome heel work. Like I'm a bit of. It's the same thing with music. I'm kind of a sucker for female vocalists. And I'm not like a guitar guy. I'm not a music guy. I don't understand anything about music. But it's like, wow, that girl can play a guitar and she sings. It's like, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's not like, and don't get me wrong, romantically attracted to many of these women too. But it's not like a romance thing. It's not on a romantic level. I'm like just kind of a sucker for it. I don't know why. But when you can pull off the heel thing well, it's not on a romantic level. I just am a sucker for it. Do you like Shania Twain? No. I should clarify, I'm not a country music fan whatsoever. Arthur Pryor, $5 super chat. Macho Man was the first tweener though, so who's to say? Thank you so much, Arthur Pryor. Thank you so much. Thank you for your generosity. And I do like that we love giving each other a hard time on this channel, and I like that, me and you have that, and that's cool. So thank you. When it's all said and done, I thank you for all your support, and thank you for the super chat particularly. But yeah, I understand saying Macho as a tweener is easy, but I think the question was if you have to pick. So that's why I'm forcing myself to try and commit to an answer. I almost feel like just saying heel. Awesome Kong was great. Yes. Oh, well, look at that, Jenna. Kurt Angle, heel or face? I prefer him as a heel, but that's a close one. That's another close one. Favorite wrestling theme? I really like Mr. Perfect song a lot. I really like Booker T's song a lot. I swear there's more, but I usually just say Mr. Perfect. Thrash Panda on both of them. But yes, thank you, Arthur, for the super chat. Kurt Angle, best heel of the Attitude Era. Here's a weird thing. In my head, the Attitude Era is like 2 years, and it's 1997, 1998. And it's like, oh, no, pardon 99. I don't know. Okada heel or face. That's a good one. That's a real good one. I like heel Okada more, but I was so proud of him when he got embraced as a babyface, so that's tough. Ric Flair, definitely a heel. Vince McMahon heel or face. I will say face just because I hate heel authority figures. But he's better as a heel. I don't mean to offend anyone, but no, this theme song worked for his character. It was also better when Sherry sung it, but whatever. No, the theme song is fine. There are aspects of Shawn Michaels' presentation that I like. I don't like him. I don't like how he got pushed, and I don't like his ring work. Dave, what are your thoughts about Mickie James and Alicia Fox as a team? I personally love them, and what are your thoughts on the women get tag titles again? I'm not the biggest. Dave, since the fans are the authority, we should get rid of Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush. They both. Well, since the fans are now the authority, that means I've officially become everything I've ever hated. 1998 or. I'll take the one from Crown Jewel because once again, as I said, the only thing I was ever able to respect about him was that he honored his own retirement. until now. So therefore, I get to. So I was rooting for it. I'm glad he came back for a stinker. That will be his last match, unless he wrestles another one. I like Kurt Angle's version of. That was funny. I prefer Christian over Edge all day too. Horseman heels. They should be heels. Best wrestling theme, AJ Styles. Okay, I'm sorry. Jake Roberts is a heel or face. That's another tough one. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, thoughts on my the women tag titles. Again, they don't have the screen time. They really don't. They don't have the time. They don't to promote it properly. They don't have enough time on SmackDown for sure to promote anything other than just one title. The women don't get enough attention. It was the same. My problem was the same thing in NXT when they had the North American title. People wanting a mid-card championship in NXT. They don't have the time to promote it. Why bother? So that's my thoughts. Anthony Diamante, Shawn Michaels equals overrated. That is right, Slice. You are absolutely correct, Slice. 100% on that. Wrestling, he'll make your ankle hurt. It was hysterical. Please look that up if you've never seen that. Jeff Jarrett, heel or face? Heel. The slap nuts era, like, I don't want to say gimmick, but when he was calling everyone slap nuts talking about Chosen One, I thought that was amazing. Dave, Jericho heel or face? That is such a tough one, but I will say heel. That's another tough one. Like Billy Gunn's theme song. It's funny. Hey, Dave, whenever Bobby Lashley and Leo Russ are on TV or on Raw, I just leave my TV on and mute. I hear you. Watching stuff on mute. I used to do that to Shania Twain videos. New SmackDown Tag Champs, Shane McMahon and The Miz. I hope not. Was a face NWO Wolfpack a good idea? I thought it was a good idea. I know some people hated on it, but I thought it was a naturally smart idea because they were getting too much pop as a heel faction. So how do we rectify this? We just splinter them off. Yes, okay, let's get on the Wrestle Kingdom predictions. I've been going on for a while, and yes, definitely need to do this. Okay, so let's start off with the pre-show. So we're gonna Wrestle Kingdom 13. It's coming out in less than a week. Coming up pretty soon. The biggest show of the year for New Japan. So and some people would even say lately it's been the biggest show in all of wrestling. So let's go ahead and do this. So let's start with the pre-show. So get your predictions in now. I'm going to be going over the card. We have MVP, most violent players, Togi Makabe and Toru Yano, and Taguchi versus Nagata, Jeff Cobb, and David Finlay versus Chaos, Hiroki Goto, Beretta, and Chucky T versus Suzuki Gun. I almost wish I didn't start doing the announcer voice already. Suzuki Gun, Minoru Suzuki, Lance Archer, and Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus The Elite, Hangman Page, Takahashi, and Marty Scurll. By the way, I've been meaning to talk about this. Jay White is now the leader of Bullet Club. What? I really thought the next leader, if he's sticking around, I don't know what his deal is with Ring of Honor, but I kind of wanted Marty Scurll to take over. Jay White, very surprised. For fans who only watch WWE, God, I'll tell you right now, it ain't the Elite. If the Elite wins, I'll be very surprised. As far as I'm concerned, it's not the Elite. This is a tough one. It's a pre-show match, and look, I might have to go with Suzuki Gun just because of Davey Boy Smith Jr., because I'm a big Davey Boy Smith Jr. fan. But realistically, I think it's going to be the most violent players. Jay White. So, yeah, dude, I'm not a Jay White guy. I don't hate him. I'm almost out of water. But I'm not a big Jay White fan. I don't hate him, but yeah. Jay White isn't ready, neither is Marty. Well, who else have they got, though? I mean, that's the thing. Without Kenny Omega, without Cody, who? Isn't Marty's on the Ring of Honor? Do a lot of their guys. They have a working relationship, sure, but I don't know if maybe it's very exclusive. But yeah, they do have crossover work all the time. Jay White's better than Dolph Ziggler. Wow, that is crazy talk. I do not agree with that. I really like Jay, but he's way too green. Yeah, I'm not saying I dislike him. I just think he's getting more, but I do think he's getting pushed harder than he should be. It's like, I mean, he's got no business going against Okada. He really don't. At this point in his career, he's got no business in the same ring as Okada. Imagine Marty Jannetty entering to Rob Van Dam's own theme music song, respectable. Interesting. Jay White is Randy Orton 2003. He needs more work. All right. Not arguing that. Hey, Dave, quick question. Who has the best shooting star press in their arsenal in professional wrestling and why? Part of me wants to say Brock Lesnar, even though he botched it the last time he did it at WrestleMania. The last one I saw him doing the WWE, unless he's done another one, I don't remember. But it's impressive for his size. I know he botched it. So that's the first thing that comes to mind is that Brock Lesnar, just because it's impressive that he can do it. But I know technically that's not even the right answer, but I do feel like it. I mean, Okada was not ready to face Tanahashi back in 2012. Absolutely. But the talent was there. I agree he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to win the G1. He was way too young. I get you. But he earned it. I feel that is a very compelling argument to say that you never know Jay White might be the same thing. But I liked Okada right from the bat, even when he was green. And I knew that there was something about him. And I could even make that argument there was something about Randy Orton that I knew he had that it factor. So which I don't think Jay White has. But that's just me. I'm open to the suggestion. Like I said, I like Jay White. I'm not necessarily even saying that this is bad. And you're right, that is exactly what they said about Okada. So I think that's a very good point. Billy Kidman, yeah, he comes to mind too. Ricochet. Well, okay, you know what? Fine. I'll just give it to Ricochet because the answer for everything high flying is Ricochet or Will Ospreay or AR Fox. Surprise Billy Kidman. I know. I just am so surprised that a guy Brock Lesnar size can do that. Coming down the aisle. Your winner is Happy. Matt Sydal, anyone? Matt Sydal, too. All right, next. Okay, let's move on. Next match, let's do this for the Never Openweight Championship. It's Kota Ibushi, the champion, versus Will Ospreay. Now, this ought to be a good one. I really think it's going to go to Will Ospreay on this one. I think Will Ospreay is definitely ready for it. I'm not the biggest fan of the direction the Never Openweight Championship has been going lately. I kind of miss it when it was like the Ishii days. I really like that more. But I'm going with Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay 2, Will Ospreay 2, Ibushi. Jeez, also Ospreay. Yeah, has a great generation. Okay, Dave, have you watched the links? Yes, I have, TJ Fritz. You think I don't know a troll when I see one? TJ Fritz has been rickrolling me over Big Show's moonsault footage. You realize that when I also hover my mouse over the link, it says what the video is, too. And so I don't even have to click it. But yeah, I'm going Will Ospreay. I think it's time to put the belt on him. I like Kota Ibushi a lot too, so I'm not 100% on this one. And again, I'm not in love with the direction but as was said earlier, New Japan is kind of sinking to me. It's been sinking slowly since last Wrestle Kingdom, kind of. Maybe somewhere a little bit before that, but New Japan isn't what New Japan used to be for me, and it's disappointing for me. Dave, do The Rock imitating the Big Show. I have the Undertaker. I know the Kurt Angle, Macho. I don't remember the Big Show. I know he used to call him the Big Slow, but I don't remember what his impression was. So I thought I had you. See that, TJ? Modern technology got you. Me, I like Ibushi. I do too, but I really like. Well, I have a Will Ospreay shirt. New Japan has been. Yeah, Devin. Seems a little harsher. No, I'm not doing that. Okay. New Japan hasn't been the same since Chris Jericho again. Yeah, that's not bad either. Yeah, last year. Yeah. Like I said, maybe last year or maybe a little bit before that. Rock just did the arm raise while doing a Robogio. Yeah, was that it? Okay. Devin, that's crazy talk. Did you watch New Japan during Inoki isms? These really messed. They really messed up the Cali show. Yeah. Poor Cow Palace. New Japan have ran the Bullet Club in the ground. The Bullet Club is done. They've run their course. They need to stop. Don't cut off your tagline at the end of the show. Okay. Sorry that I did. It was a pterodactyl SP scream when doing the jokes. Okay. Put me in the ring with a knife and I can beat anyone as John Cena. And it was around this time of year where John Cena went against a character named Jesus. So, yes, you got me on that one. Mate, why isn't Hogan main eventing with Omega? I didn't think that was an option. Hi, everyone. Hey, Evil Cody Omega. Bullet Club at this point. I feel like they're NWO when they came back under the Russo era. What's your opinion of Goldberg? I'm not the biggest Goldberg guy. I technically met him when I met Sting, but I didn't even feel the need to talk to him or say hi or get his autograph, even though I could have, and I just didn't want to. That was, I don't know how to spell it. Oh. Well, I'm a terrible speller, so you get no judgment from me. I feel the elite leaving, the elite. Sounds like a party term. The elite leaving New Japan will be good for New Japan for NJPW. Too much focus on English-centric speaking talent. At least at the big shows, it needs to be more balanced and prone. Yeah, I'm not arguing that necessarily. Dave Billy K finishing move name should be every kick begins with K. That's a good one. I really like that one, Harry Flynn. That's amazing. No, I'm not saying Goldberg's a bad guy. I just don't like his ring work. I don't like his. I just don't like his ring work, and I don't like. He's a little stiff. I agree. It'll be. Harry Flint, now see you. Ooh, Captain Hate Arthur Pryor, oh, coming in. You don't like that comment. Ooh, you hate everything. Duh. Yeah, see that? You see that? You see that, Arthur? Yeah, who hates something now? Davis Tessa Blanchard, the best wrestler of 2000. I like her a lot, but I won't say she's the best of 2018. Peyton Royce's boyfriend is a perfect 10. That he is. New Japan shouldn't change their style to the American one. See, I don't even. Whoa. Okay, let's. I know I'm supposed to be doing projections right now, and I kind of got lost. But here's the thing. New Japan has changed. It's inviting Kings Road style in. It has started adapting more Kings Road style, which I think is funny. Dave Stiff. He almost killed Bret Hart. Yeah. Say, for not finding that funny. He should hate. He should be very mad at himself for not finding it funny. How much experience do you think a wrestler should have before considered to be in their prime? I think it depends on the wrestler. I don't think there's like a fixed amount of time. Alexis Dyer's here. Hey, I don't care. At the same time, I don't get why people complain about winning in Japan if the promotion has never been intended for Japanese only. Yeah, see, Roberto Soto, I'm with you on that one. I'm not complaining about that either. But I am complaining about the style change. Because the Bullet Club, I have no problem with the Bullet Club. I like the Bullet Club. But I don't like the cheating that the heels do. I don't like that kind of style of wrestling. And here's another one. He is not white, but I am not the biggest Bad Luck Fale fan either. So there's a lot of aspects of the Bullet Club that I don't like and that we're injecting into New Japan and kind of changing the scene. Like Okada, I like Okada a lot. He does have a King's Road thing going on too, lately at least, which I'm not in love with. She looked, but Alexa has had surgery before. I hope not the lips, because I hate that lip injection thing. I think that makes girls look terrible. Glad Inoki's at it. I'm glad Dave. No problem. I'm glad too, Jesus. But here's the thing. So I'm not looking at it from. I'm not looking at it from that. I just don't like the changes. But once again, and there are a lot of people who didn't like the boom period in WCW because old school Jim Crockett Promotions NWA guys, they did not like what the NWO were doing, that how NWO became this gang, and how WCW was changing the direction to be more what they became, more 90s, if you will. Some people just didn't like that, and that's kind of where I am with New Japan. I was set on New Japan being a Tanahashi, Nakamura kind of thing. That's the way I understood New Japan, and a lot of other names too. New Japan, like, this was what New Japan was, and I like that. And then once the Bullet Club started getting bigger, it started changing, and it's changing still. So I don't care about the race that anybody is. I'm just talking about the style of wrestling, because I believe going to one place. I just like wrestling I like different companies having different feels and different attitudes, and I like them staying distinct. Like I said this on a Wrestling with Wrestling podcast. I said this with Albert, that I almost wish there was like Meathead Wrestling, where there was a company, a promotion that was just all big dudes, and they didn't do too much no technical wrestling here, nothing really out of whack, maybe once in a blue moon, and I mean once like a decade someone goes to the top rope, but there's not going to be a lot of it. It's just going to be big muscular guys, and that's the place I would stick, your Baron Corbins. That's the places where I would put Moose. That's the place where I would put, Lars Sullivan. That's where, and even if these big guys can wrestle, I would say, nay, sir, we won't tolerate any of that wrestling crap here. It's just big guys punching and doing very simple moves to each other. Body slams, vertical suplexes, nothing too fancy, I don't want to see no Mexican surfboards coming out of this company. And that I would watch just for what it is. I think it's in context, because, that's how you look at it. What enlisted H.A. Slap no dice. There's a promotion like that here in Texas, Lions Pride. If you aren't Bonnie, even look at you. There you go, Frisco. Awesome. And I love that it's in Texas. That's the way it should. Everything's bigger in Texas. But yeah, that's kind of what I want. I think companies have a feel to them. I think they're supposed to have, like, a promotion is supposed to have a feel to it. And you notice that there are people who change their styles a little bit from, like, as we were talking about earlier, Hogan in New Japan versus in WWF. And Hogan even in the AWA, if you want to be technical about it. But yeah, Dave, if Alexa Diner dark like Carmella, would you still? I would still like her, but I would be upset, because I would be upset. I would, because I really do like blonde hair. But yeah, so I think different promotions have a different feel, and there are a lot of wrestlers who change their style depending on where they are, and that's fine. So my thing is, when the promotion changes its overall feel, and I'm not talking about race, I'm just talking about their overall style, that is a thing to me, AAA needs to get rid of the old clowns, especially. I don't know if you got to call them clowns. That seems a little harsh. All right. Okay. Back to predictions that I've been dragging my feet on. Okay. Suzuki Gun versus. This is a three-way tag team championship match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. So we have Suzuki Gun, the champions, versus Roppongi 3K versus the guys, like the name that the stable I can never say in yeah, I can never say that. Personally, I love silly myself, like fighting upper hustle. Yeah, there you go. That's why I like Chikara. Yeah. Promotions all the time, and makes you. Favorite comedy promotions. Yeah, exactly. Chikara. I love Chikara, and that has a place too. But Mysterious Ice Cream doesn't work in WWE, so Cesaro had to become Antonio Cesaro instead of, being a very mysterious ice cream. I like Roppongi. I've always been a Roppongi fan. So, you know what, Roberto Soto, I am with you on that. I understand that they are not Roppongi Vice necessarily, but yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that one. My vote is for Roppongi as well. Silly Wrestling. Hogan was the best outside of them. Yeah, I think I'm being too nice with these. Can't hang them up. Can barely run the ropes. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Vinny Montana. Grow. Root for Chandler Grow. I'm a massive mark for goofy wrestling, especially Chikara. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I like Chikara cracks me out like there's no tomorrow. Who discussed you, Devin, and why? Do you think El Generico would have worked? I think he would have, but I think it would have limited his career. I think, not that Sami Zayn has been doing all that great now, but I don't think I don't think El Generico was winning the NXT title. Even that. Sorry, don't watch New Japan. Sorry about that, buddy. But it's pretty cool. You can check it out on YouTube. Dave, it's pronounced Ingobernal. I can't say it. Ingobernal. I've always struggled with this. All the comedies. Oh, you don't like the comedy. I hear you. I don't mind it if it's in a certain place at a certain time in a certain context. How's Pro Wrestling Noah doing right now? I think they're doing okay. I think, unless I checked. Oh, right. Sorry, TJ Fritz. You're absolutely right. What does El Generico have to do with Sami Zayn? They're two completely different people. Why? Oh, yeah. I don't know why I got sucked in this argument. By the way, it's pronounced goon, not gun. Ah, thank you. All right, next up, Tomohiro Ishii versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the British Heavyweight Championship. I'm gonna throw this out there. I think Zack Sabre Jr. probably should should probably win the British Heavyweight Championship, but again, so I'm going with Zack Sabre Jr. on this one. There's no one even on TV. Dave, what would you do if you had a daughter that looked like Alexa? And a kid that looks like... That kid ain't getting through the door. Whoops. Zack Sabre Jr. just tap out. Zack Sabre Jr. Zack will make him tap. I don't want to make him tap. I can't take that seriously. Zack Sabre Jr. taking down Ishii, making him tap. Nay. He can win, but I don't want to. I don't know if I want to see that. People wanted Sami Zayn to take over the gimmick from... Oh, right, from his mentor. Okay, I understand now. All right, let me go over. Now that's why. That's why I got confused. Yeah. All right, someone's going for Ishii. Next up, Gorillas of Destiny versus Los de Japón versus the Young Bucks. Three-way tag team championship. Three-way match for the IWGP Tag Team Championship. Okay, it ain't the Young Bucks. I'm going to throw that out there right now. I'll go with Sonata and Evil. On this one. I think women's tag titles used properly. Neutral. Said if they have the time period to promote. Yeah, I'm going with Evil and Sonata on that one. Someone says the truth. Okay. What is all these... Simon Gotch shooting on Enzo was amazing. Yeah. Simon Gotch, I gotta admit, he's got more of an edge to him than I ever would have suspected with his gimmick. LIJ, I think that might be where it is. Just try it. Los Gobernables? Los Ingobernables. See, it doesn't flow. Los Ingobernables. LIJ. What's up with Haku? Probably beating it in the world. Wow. Jenna, how could you forget? It is pronounced... So you're not helping me. I know the Hapan part. I got that. I think it means Japan. Yeah, you almost did it. I'm not going to do it consistently. That's my thing. And it doesn't flow. It's like, like the number 2 guy in the Mafia. I could never say that. What Robert Duvall was in The Godfather. And if you're like, what's The Godfather? You mean Charles Wright? No, I don't. I'm talking about a movie. All right, next up, Cody versus Juice Robinson. Bah! If it wasn't for the looming possibility of AEW, I would say Cody all day. But you know what? This is for the IWGP United States Championship. Juice Robinson's getting it. He's been showcasing that he is very different than what he was doing in NXT, which, surprisingly, he's one of those guys who didn't do well in NXT. But yeah, so I think Juice Robinson's taking this one off of Cody. Again, because of the AEW thing. Man, my voice is really losing it. All right, so yeah, going with Juice Robinson on that one. Next up, Kushida, the champion, versus Ishimori for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Ishimori for the win. Kushida, all about you, buddy, but Going with Ishimori on this one. On David Finlay to get his push. No, Jenna, you're... Wow. Jenna goes with Kushida. Yeah, I'm going Ishimori myself. Guess I'll let you guys come in. Don't you have... Here's the... No, I wish I did. Yeah, people will talk about me going on for a 24-hour live stream, and I have thought about it, but yeah, my voice goes out after an hour, so... Hi, Ridwan. I notice you. Kushida retains too soon for Ishimori. Is it? I feel like it's too long for Kushida. No, knack to what? It's who else? Who's better than Canyon backwards? Canyon is an awesome guy, by the way. Met him personally. Okay. All right. Next up, the match that shouldn't happen: Kazuchika Okada versus Jay White. Okada, please. Okada, please. I'm begging you, Okada. It's cute if Jay White gets to be in the dance for a second, but don't get out of pocket there. Okada all day, baby. I hope. For the Intercontinental Championship, Chris Jericho, the champion, versus Tetsuya Naito. Well, I gotta go with Naito on this one. Jericho has done nothing with the belt, and he wasn't supposed to be. It was a shock that he ever won it. Let's Tetsuya Naito just get it back and do what Tetsuya Naito does. Jay White! People are rooting for Jay White on this one. Think Jay White's taking over? Already. Now time for Okada. No. Too much. So, I mean, I understand. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if Jay White wins it. I'm just hoping he doesn't because he's not supposed to be. Yeah. Back, I'm not going to change my username to Jay White. It's OnlyFan. I don't think you're his OnlyFan. I do think he has a following. Like I said, he's good, but he's not. I mean, I think Hangman Page is better than Jay White. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. Marty Scurll, too. Marty Scurll, I like better than Jay White. Throw that out there right now. All right, buddy. The IC title has never changed hands at Wrestle Kingdom, so Jericho retains. Well, the winner of the G1 since you got in the contract has never changed. The title has never changed from winning the G1 since they started doing the contract thing. However, my prediction for this year is this will be the first time because I think Hiroshi Tanahashi is going to take the championship off of Kenny Omega. I think he is going to be he won his third ever G1 Climax tournament, and I think since the contract has been initiated for Wrestle Kingdom, I think Tanahashi will be the first one to finally take it down. Of course, it's me. I'm always here. Okay, Josh is with me on this one. Josh A is with me. The perfect knife prevert. Okay, so I think this year is going to be the year of first. If Jericho doesn't lose at Wrestle Kingdom, he loses at New Year's Dash. That's a very, very likely scenario too. Jericho beats Naito and Tanahashi beats Omega. Yep. Well, yes to the second half of that. I just took the holidays off. We're on a break. Oh, she hit you with the Ross. So, are you the Jay White of? I don't think either are true. Jay should switchblade Okada like John Cena at a nightclub. Wow, I do love the mileage we're getting out of that reference. Doctors hooked it up, right? What are your thoughts on being the Elite? I think the Elite are cool. I think it was a great documentary. Style thing. I like Jay White a lot. What I don't like is the way he executes the Blade Runner. He oversells it. Do you have any gym tips, Dave? I don't go to the gym, so no. I avoid it like the plague. If Jericho loses at New Year's Dash, that'll be the most Ring of Honor booking ever. Omega wins. Omega signs a new contract every time his current one is up. It's possible, but I do think he's going to All Elite. And I do think All Elite is a thing. Yeah, I know. It's not really a documentary, but never mind. I don't know why that was. Yeah. Anyway. You've been taking days off way before a holiday, sweetie. What? Gee, I don't. You guys treat her like she's been gone forever. I mean, it feels like a while, but she wasn't gone that long. Tanahashi wins. Nikki Bella should use the switchblade to Chelsea. For breaking her heart, Nakamura isn't coming back to Japan. Nope, I don't believe he is either. I love these out of left random questions, Dave. Hey, Dave, what wine would you pair with shrimp scampi? Well, obviously something white. I would go with a Riesling. I think it's dry enough to it. I'm also not a wine guy, by the way. But that is the answer. Cut through the fat. I could keep going, but I'm gonna stop. I sold wine for a period of time. I can keep going, but I'm not going to. But Kenny just became naturalized. Oh, really, Zach Rowe? Did not know that. Interesting. One thing I don't like about old WWE games is they made the animation for the Stunner Rock over. Yes. Yes, I recall that. Somebody posted a 2-hour video, Jim Cornette killing Cody. We just really miss her. And I really missed her, too. Look at that. I nailed it. And now the one suggestion: are you expected? Are you making shrimp scampi now? Is that why you're asking? Are you signed for Royal Rumble? Because I'm not. I don't know. Beer better, shrimp sounds good right about now. I feel like it always sounds good. I made themselves unemployable by WWE. Kenny doesn't want. He believes. Allegedly, WWE offered Cody and the Bucks a very large contract that they denied. Allegedly. Yeah, Kenny Omega's title reign has been anticlimactic. I totally agree with that. Omega retains, and it's Tanahashi the one who leaves for WWE. Wow, that would be a swerve. Dave, I am the voice of the voiceless of this chat. All right. Oh. Okay. I believe Kenny Omega is retaining. Kenny is New Japan's money machine. Kenny won't go to just yet. Huh. See, everybody likes the Jenna. I'm making one chicken chili. That's a... Dave, where are the diamonds? I don't know. Are you doing a Reservoir Dogs thing? See how much everybody likes Jenna. They did, and the Bucks turned it down in the most open way you can imagine. Well, yeah, so I'm just saying, if you're saying they're unemployable, I don't think so, because they just got offered a ton of money, so I don't call that unemployable. And with how much money they make off of merch, I highly doubt unemployable is ever a term for them. WWE makes him Stardust, then offers him. Oh man, no. WWE would promise we'll never make you Stardust again, and we'll give you the title, and then they won't do either, and then they'll force them to be Stardust again. Dave, do you think there should be 2 separate women's tag titles or one? Like I said, I don't think there should be any, but if there are, then just make it one. We all love you, Jenna. Emotional. Oh, it's Jenna blushing. Damn chat politicians. Damn politicians in general. No, I'm not doing a verse word those things because I'm White Tiger. Oh, Rumble in the Bronx. Nice. Oh, all right. I see you. Gotcha. Okay, now I get you. Can I think? Stardust and Generation Me rejection. What? Why would Cody go back to WWE? They dropped the ball on him. Yeah, exactly. Why would he go back? I don't blame him if he doesn't. If he does, it's because of... But if he's running his own promotion, there's a chance he can cut himself a bigger check. There's no way of saying no and keeping the door open, and there's that. No, that's not true. Plenty of people have done it. There have been plenty of people who said no and have been welcomed back. I mean, come on. WWE is not this hardball company a lot of people think it is. Eric Bischoff, has been brought back went to the WWE. Eric Bischoff. Paul Heyman works there now. It's like there have been a laundry list of guys who have done things that seemingly WWE would not like, but yet they've come back or they've gone to. So, yeah, Eric Bischoff, the guy, the opposition dude, Mr. WCW, management was on Raw and kissed Stephanie McMahon. Not only did Vince hire him, but he also said, "Here, kiss my daughter." CM Punk return to WWE anytime soon? Nope, I don't think so. I love all these people who have opinions that have never been involved. I hear you, Frisco Flame. I really do. Yeah, I mean, I hear you. So, you know, I may have an offer fairly soon. I hope you get it, Frisco. Of course, if it's to your liking. But yeah, I mean, the way contract, you know, also, WWE is about money. Believe me. They understand that the Young Bucks are a money-generating machine. So if it's in their best interest to hire them, they don't care about personal gripe. They will hire them. Cody Omega, like I said, Cody Omega. Sorry, I'm reading your name, Cody Omega. But all I can say is that the company is not. All I can say is that the company is not WWE. Gotcha. But the same thing with like Cody. If he comes back, I would say it's because they're offering him a ton of money. But Cody is, you know, why would Cody come back when, you know, he's frustrated? I'm sure the same problems hasn't left. John Cena, New Japan, I don't think that will happen. We'll let you go, Angelo, but we'll get your buddy Tony. Nice. Man, I love that movie. CM Punk should stay away from wrestling. I want him back in wrestling, but I don't think he's going WWE. John Cena's 50, old. He can't wrestle New Japan style. Oh no, the Great Kabuki's been hanging on there for a while. And didn't Liger, and you know, and Justin Liger too. Jushin Thunder Liger. Whoops, my bad. I think that ship has sailed though. Don't get me. I know a lot of people who want to see Cena and Tanahashi. That was a dream match I never pieced together, but I know a lot of people who feel that way. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. I also think Cena can deliver a little bit more than people think. And I think and he's in his 40s, isn't he? He's not almost 50. Eric Bischoff, that tried to kill WWE and the Ultimate Warrior, kind of robbed Vince for the money, but they brought him back. Yeah, that's my thing. They brought it, so like, yeah, Cena's 40. Okay, yeah, Dave. I think he was being, you know, that was hyperbole when he said he's almost 50. Dave, do you think about the new era in WWE? I can hardly tell the difference. Oh, yes, time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell. I'll wait. If you can hold a backstage position in wrestling promotion, what would be as high up in management as I could go? That way I could be in charge as much as possible. Do you like the girl in Rumble in the Bronx? Yes. If I'll take her. I think it's just kidding. Kevin Owens coming back soon, and Sami Zayn. I was surprised to hear that because I thought they were going to be on the show for a lot. Well, Zayn, maybe not Owens. Unfortunately, I heard that Sami Zayn has allegedly said he doesn't miss being away, which might not do his career any favors in the WWE because that's kind of things that they like. Vince is back and he looks 200 years old. Probably because he is 200 years old. Again, hyperbole. I don't want to be a booker. See, I would like being a booker, but, you know, you have channels that you have to go through. You could come up with a million good ideas, but if, you know, Vince doesn't like them, you have a problem. So being a booker is a good idea, but, you know, I wouldn't like me having things that I think is dynamite getting rejected all the time. That would probably aggravate me. Yeah, Joshua Way, how about you? Starting my dog. Whoa. Did the dog sell? CM Punk is a jerk. Hey, the court case got thrown out. So Colt Cabana is, from what my understanding is, Colt Cabana is trying again. But it didn't even make it to trial. The court case got thrown out. So if we were going to go by innocent until proven guilty kind of thing, and the fact that Colt Cabana had his case thrown out, again, as is my understanding, then maybe CM Punk isn't that bad of a guy, and that's just what people are saying. You know, maybe that was a false accusation by Colt Cabana. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not involved. Sami Zayn. That's right. So wait, therefore Vince is not a booker and does not belong on the list of greatest bookers of all time. If everything goes through him for final approval, he's still booking the show. All right, guys, let's open this up to the panel. Does Vince McMahon count as a booker or not? At any point in his career, can you say... Forget about being the greatest of all time. Do you count Vince as a booker? All right, need to finish this script. Peace, Dave. Hey, take it easy, Frisco. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your new year, and thank you for stopping by. Frisco Flame, ladies and gentlemen. Frisco Flame! Vince Russo is the... Yes, he does this, TJ Fritz. We're not doing that again. We're just saying, does Vince McMahon count as a booker? just approves at any point in time. Yes, Vince is the booker. Approves. No. Fake. Devin, Vince is a booker, and he hasn't, and he wasn't that bad in the 80s. Real fake. Booker T is the best booker. Booker T or Booker T Washington? Of course he counts. He owns WWE. No, Vince is a booker. He hasn't been for a long time, but he was, is the point, Zach Rowe. Well, I'm not saying now or not. It's just ever. Is he a booker? Was he a booker at any point in time? Vince definitely counts. Yes, I have a theory on that. Well, yeah, he books wrestling. He is good at it. Not lately, but yeah. Wasn't Vince McMahon the booker of 205 Live? 80s, yes. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. He counts as a booker. He was a booker. Yes, but that's not the argument, the Metalhead Wrestling. It's not whether, we're not talking about that. We're just talking whether he has counted as a booker or not. That's all we're talking about. That's it. Run it and book in my team. What are your thoughts on Gato and, winning the junior main stage? Again, just hypothetical. I'd be okay with it, although Gato's time has passed for me. Does Vince Russo count as booker? Yes. To be a booker, you gotta have... Oh, jeez! The president of the company being the booker is a very bad idea, hence wife. Hey, I'm not saying it's a good idea or a bad idea. I'm just saying he does count as a booker. Yes, but taking over his idiotic daughter and doofus son-in-law. Nice. Anytime you can quote that from the pipe bomb, I'm always happy. Which WCW found out when Eric joined the NWO? Which, what? So the creative team needs to approve it. Noki, does he count as a booker? Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not trying to say that there's not people helping. Of course there is. But when you make a booking decision, you are a booker. Even if he's promoting ideas, he's still booking. Okay, like a lot of times the booker for a promotion back in the day would just walk into the locker room and say, "All right, you two guys, you're going to go on third. Here's the play down. You crisscross, run the ropes, work the leg, go over there, sell the injury, and then finish Broadway." And they would just shout out wrestling terms and then leave, and that was it. It's not writing a story angle, but it's just booking the match. So, I mean, Bucks count as bookers. I don't think so. What are your thoughts on... See? Does anyone else do 5 golden slams? I'm just saying. I think he counts. Devin, no, you're not. You're the booker when you book entire angles over months or years and you have the power to hire and fire talent and decide what their pay is. That's a booker. I understand that's a more involved booker, but I still think if you're involved in booking decisions, you count as a booker to a degree. I think I go with Triple H over Stephanie, but that's a tough call. How is everyone doing today? We're debating whether Vince McMahon counts as a booker. I mean, because I don't think it's a black or white scenario. No. Okay, how about this? Like, when certain wrestlers have creative control in their contract, to a degree, limited degree, like there have been wrestlers who have had a certain element of creative control built in the contract, I count that as them getting the book. Like, like Nash and DDP were bookers. Bobby Heenan, Paul Heyman, William. Okay, not the question. We're not getting into that. He does? News to me. What about Bully Ray as a booker? Yeah, I mean, they count as bookers. They may not be the head booker or anything like that, and they may not do a lot of work outside of their own character. Brett had creative control in his contract, and, Brett was on the book. Jerry Lawler has had the book while he was wrestling for a company. Vince rewrites Raw and decides who wins, so he is a booker. That's a good point, too. If he rewrites the whole show, he is booking. You may not like it, but he's still booking. I don't, because they don't decide how much money they make. I don't equate the money making. Vince definitely. If you want to count money management, Vince is definitely money management. So, what if DCW? All right, let's go this up. The nice fellas at Sportskeeda, those guys are very nice guys, have a list of the top 5 best bookers in professional wrestling history. Number 1 is Vince McMahon. I'll read the article right. Actually, I don't know if I can or should read the article, but yeah, read that article. Number 1 Sportskeeda booker is Vince McMahon. So there you go, Devin. Well, traditionally that would be part of the book. No, I understand that, but like I said, I don't think you got to do every aspect of a booker's job to be considered a booker. I think there are different aspects of booking, and if you do a couple of them, that counts. This man is. Now he's GM, yeah. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm totally with you, TJ Fritz. Imagine Jericho as a booker. Well, he had certain amounts of creative control in his contract. I do think that counts as booking. You can read the article. You're reading, not showing. Well, I already closed the link, so I'm not looking it up again. People are biased to Vince due to WWE propaganda. See, I'm not. Look, I don't. See, I mean, I feel like people are biased to not saying him now because of how terrible the booking is. Well, Heyman is my number 1 booker of all time. Yeah, mine too. But wrestlers can't count as bookers. Their main job is to wrestle. But I don't think it's just like, well, you have one job and only one job. I think you're allowed to have multiple jobs. So you say, oh, you can't count because you're this. No, there are plenty of people who wear many different hats. Whether you say he's good or not is a different story, but, I'm just saying. WCW was stupid for not letting DX in. What? Their ratings would have spiked. Letting DX in. This is not the greatest. That would be. Yeah, no. I'm reading. That's what the article was, and I didn't skip ahead to their number 1. They just did that number 1, and it said Vince McMahon. I didn't see the rest of their list. No. Mine is definitely Paul Heyman. No questions asked. But there are people, yeah. So I mean, if there are people biased for and biased against Vince, then maybe it's just people are having opinions. As for New Year's, I'm spending with my friend Sean. Been on his channel. Spent Christmas Eve with him and his family, and his new baby. We did test. Brought a bunch of cookies, and I wanted to see which the baby. She's 1. Wanted to see what the baby's favorite cookie was. Turns out plain sugar cookies, which I was surprised. Although she did pop pretty hard for icing on the gingerbread man. She dipped her finger in the icing and then ate it and went like, whoa, like where's this has been? And so I thought the gingerbread man's going to be a winner, but no, she really, really likes sugar cookies. That's her jam, so I was surprised. All right. That night DX invaded. Oh, that's what you're talking about. That would have been odd. WCW would have probably gotten sued if they let him in. That's a messed up thing. If they let DX in, WWF probably would have sued them. Say DX didn't have Ryan's in the future. I'm not opposed to it. Nothing officially on the board, but yeah, I don't see why not. I wasn't reading One Culture, but anyway, okay. But guys, thank you so much for being here. I got to get going. But thank you so much for being a part of the live stream. Thank you to everybody for doing the super chats. Jesus, AA, Woos, Thrash Panda, all you guys. Thank you so much. And have a happy new year. Hope you had a great holiday. Let me know about anything else you want to talk about in the comments. And thank you so much again. Seriously, thank you for all the support, especially to all you guys, especially who are already Patreon supporters. And on top of that, Super Chats, you guys are too kind to me. Thank you so much, everybody. And welcome back, Jenna. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, Dave knows.